All right, what's up, folks? I actually recorded this on my stream earlier, but the clip got corrupted or something. It won't work, and I could rip it from my stream, but then it's going to be bad quality. So I figured, why don't we just redo this? Let's do this over again. So today, Jagex came out with this new update with the Bank Booster Bundle. It's for a Black Friday deal. Essentially, they're giving us 250 more bank spaces, which is fantastic. I'm okay with us getting more bank space. I think a lot of people struggle with bank space in RuneScape. Specifically in RuneScape 3, there are so many items coming into the game. I mean, just take a look at people's archaeology tabs. We're talking 200, 300 bank spaces that you can't get rid of because you need them for collections. Now, the reason that I have a problem with this is I think a lot of people can probably agree that right now we have an absolute insane influx of gold coming into the game with these new wilderness events. I know people that have started Iron Man account and they have literally 15 million GP worth of alchables in their bank, but they don't even have high alch yet. So, like, new Ironmen have all this extra money, and I'm hearing this rhetoric across the board with RuneScape players that there's a ton of gold entering the game. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what does gold entering the game and inflation have anything to do with bank spaces? Well, here's the thing. If we take a look at old school, how they work with adding more bank spaces to your account is essentially you just go to a banker and you literally pay them money. So instead of, going to the Grand Exchange and trading the money that you currently have to another player in order to get a bond to buy bank space, on old school, you're actually just getting rid of GP in the game. And this is huge. This is so many people, every player that gets to a certain point in the game is going to want more bank space and they're going to pay this amount of money, Iron Man or main accounts. Now, here's something kind of funny. Yesterday, I actually was on Twitter about 21 hours ago. I said they should add a clan bank to RuneScape 3. Literally advocating for bank space yesterday, and this was right before this event actually came out, or sorry, this update. When I went to bed and tweeted that, this update did not exist. I woke up in the morning and we're talking about bank space. I thought that was pretty funny. But man, I just have a huge problem with this because bank space is a problem that Jagex creates, and then they also sell the solution. So the thing is, in RuneScape 3, I've kind of struggled with bank space on my Iron Man basically since the beginning. I have been motivated to buy bank space bundles, if you will, since probably the first month of my account. Because with quests and with skills and with all these different things you're doing, especially as a new player, you don't actually know what you can keep and what you can get rid of. And so a lot of new players are going to buy this bank space because they don't know if they should keep everything. It's not very clear to you what you should keep. And in fact, the in-game like cleanup tab or whatever sometimes can actually let you get rid of items that you do need. So it's not even viable to use their in-game option to help you with that. Here's what I think. I think that inside of a premier membership, bank space should be included. Like quality of life like that should be included. If you take a look at Elder Scrolls Online, you can pay for something called ESO Plus, which gives you an unlimited inventory. It's literally super annoying to play without ESO Plus. It's a little too annoying in my opinion. But the thing is, if you pay that fee, you get it. It's the exact same argument with Rune Metrics. I think those stats should be given to people who are already paying a fee. You shouldn't have two different monthly subscriptions in order to keep playing a game. Let's go ahead and take a look at the price of bonds here. We'll use USD prices just so everybody can understand. Now, I was actually wrong about this. I thought that if you purchased more bonds, it would actually be cheaper. But if you take a look here, one bond is about $8 and 10 bonds is about 80. So you don't actually save any money by purchasing more. But here's the problem. When you're talking about 7 bonds for 250 bank spaces, we're talking about 40, 47, and then in turn $54, essentially $55 in order for you to increase your bank space. And this is on top of the probably, $100 you've already spent in bank spaces prior to this? So $155 for more bank space in an online game that you're already paying a subscription fee for, and depending on how you go about getting cosmetics and things like that, you potentially also put money into Treasure Hunter and whatnot. At what point do we admit that these are gacha mechanics and it's a little bit unfair to the average person? I mean, if we just take a look at the price of other AAA games right now, for $89.99, I can get myself an entirely new game. And keep in mind, this is in Canadian snow pesos, which is actually probably a little bit cheaper in USD, probably around $79.99. So essentially, for all of the bank spaces in RuneScape, I could get Call of Duty twice. I don't know, guys. Sometimes things like this just make me think it's a little bit unfair and it's not very consumer friendly. I'd love to know your guys' opinion. I'd love to know what you guys think about this. In my opinion, I feel like the RuneScape 3 community is a little bit desensitized to getting scammed. Because in my opinion, this is a scam. I feel like this update would have came out with so much better faith if we had a way to store archaeology relics, because I think that's where a lot of Iron Men especially are really struggling with bank space, is with archaeology relics, because until you get to 200 mil archaeology, you have to keep those there just for progression reasons. I don't know, man. If I'm being completely honest with myself, I can't help but feel like every single time Jagex puts out one of these monetization heavy updates, it's handled with bad faith, and it makes me not have good faith in the game moving forward. It ruins my trust with the company that's actually creating the game. Another point that a lot of people brought up to me was that this was at the end of the competition phase of Fresh Start Worlds. And also, this update came out with no notice. We had no idea that these bank spaces were coming out. So, a lot of people like to save up bonds or save up for a certain time period in order to spend their bonds or money on the game in bulk. And what happened here is I think a lot of people would have ended up saving up their bonds and using them on the bank space if they knew this update was coming. But by waiting until the end of the competition period in Fresh Start Worlds, when people had already used all their money in their bonds of Fresh Start Worlds, they effectively made sure everyone's bonds were out of bonds, so that more people would have to buy them. I don't know, guys. Once again, I'd like to hear your opinion on all of this. I don't know. Maybe I'm off basis here. Maybe I'm completely wrong. But please leave a comment and let me know what your opinion of these new bank boosters is. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.